Now if you see over here, then see these all three browsers. All three browsers has been parallelly executed. Right. Now there is another way of doing it. I mean, one thing we have seen that we are doing it through testng.xml. Let's say we have n number of datas, n number of test sets. So will we be creating all the test sets like this? We will not be doing it like this. So over here, what I'll do, I'll not be executing it like this way. I'll remove this parameters from here. I will not be calling it like this way. How I will be doing, I'll be using the concept of parameterization. So parameterization that we have seen when we have worked with JUnit and TestNG. In the TestNG module, you'll see the concept of parameterization. So what I'll be doing, I'll be creating one I'll be creating one method for basically I'll be creating a data provider. I'll say public object array get data, and inside it I'll be creating a data provider, and inside it first import the data provider. Inside it I'll create object, data equal to new object, and let's say we are entering username, password, and the third data will be our browser. So let's say I'm entering like three sets of data. I'll be calling all three browsers, so it will be 3 rows and 3 columns. I'll be adding my data inside 3 rows and 3 columns. So in my first row, what I'll write, data 0 row 0 column equal to my username, that is like raman@gmail.com, and then data second 0 row and first column will be my password, then data 0 row second column is my browser. So let's say my first browser is Firefox, and then I'll copy this for another 3 sets of data. On real time we can do it on Excel sheet, like we have seen in the TestNG module, how we can get the data from the Excel sheet using the POE API. So I can store all these values over there. Right now I'm hard coding it over here. So this is the second value, and the second browser will be, let's say, Chrome, and my third browser will be iExplorer, that is the Internet Explorer. Here I'll need to change it to 1, and this is my second. Right, this will be my second row, and this will be my third row, and I'll return the data like this. Right, and third I can give some other name like this. Right, so this is the data provider I have created, and over here I have just removed the parameter from here. Now in the test I can provide the data provider equal to get data like this, right? And over here I need to pass on the variables, that is string username, string password, and then the third parameter is browser, right? So over here instead of writing hard coding it, I can write username, and then this should be my password, right? And in testng.xml I'll remove this parameter from here and remove all these two tests. Right, now it will be only one single test which will be executed for all set of data. Right, now this will be executed sequentially for the time being. If I run it, it will be executed sequentially. So as soon as I run it, you can see first set of data is Firefox. First of all, Firefox is loaded. If you take a look over here, it is going to Firefox. It will enter the username and the password, and then the Chrome is called. See, now it is being called. So if you take a look over here, the Chrome is open and then the Internet Explorer is open. So over here the Chrome is open, and over here the Internet Explorer is open. And again, if you want to take a look at your hub, and if I refresh it, then you can see all these three browsers are in use. Right, but this is when we are executing it sequentially. But I don't want to execute it sequentially. I want to execute them parallelly. I want to execute all the browsers at the same time, and the same data will be executed on different browsers. Like this data should be executed on Firefox, this should be executed on Chrome, and this should be executed on Internet Explorer. So how will I do that? There is only one simple step, one simple command that I need to add with the data provider, and that is, I'll write over here parallel equal to true, and I will save it. And now if I run it again, if I run this again, you can see all these three browsers has been executed simultaneously, like not one by one, at the same time. So this is the parallel execution. And if you see over here, all the three, okay, see what we have done. You can see it's showing that 2 requests waiting for a slot to be free. So what happened that when we have opened the browsers last time, we haven't used driver.quit. So the last session was not completely closed, and if we haven't closed it, then it has occupied the another browser session for Chrome, and it is saying that for I we only have one, so we need to clear that session. And for Firefox, it is again asking us to vacate the slot to free this slot, then only it will open. So what I can do for right now, I can just restart my hub and my node, and then I can again show you this execution. So I'll just stop my hub, I'll again run my hub, and then once my hub is up, then I'll again run my this, and I refresh it. Now I have all these browsers available. Now as soon as I execute my code again, if I execute my code again, run as test ng suite, and now if you take a look over here, then you can see all these three browsers are occupied at the same time. Right, so this is a more clean way of doing it using the data provider. Right, now let's conduct some other round of test over here. Let's say over here in the hub, you can see we have the vacancy for 4 Firefox browser at a time, and 1 IE and 3 Chrome, right? And at a time only 4 browsers can be opened from these combination, right? So we cannot have more than 4 browsers running at the same time. So what test if I have to do a negative test over here? Let's say I open this Firefox, let's say I repeat this test we have repeated this for 3 times. I repeat it for, let's say, 6 or 9 times, right? And for first 4 time I want it to be open. Let's say for Firefox we have 4 instance. I want Firefox should be 5, 4 and 5. Then IE should be, I have only one IE, so IE should open twice, and then Chrome should open 2, and I will open the Chrome for 4 times, since I have Chrome available 3 over here, right? Now let's do this negative test. Although practically you won't be doing it, but with this you will see something that will be I mean, you will analyze the execution, that how it actually going to work. So over here I'll change it to 3, and then 4, then 5, then 6, and here the 7th row, then 8th. So I have so many set of data available over here. Then 9, and 10, right? So I have these 11 rows available over here. So I'll give it as 11 rows and yes, 11 rows and 3 columns, right? So now let's try running it, and let's see what will gonna happen. I'll just restart the hub and the node once again, so that the browser should be available. I'll restart the hub and then restart the node. And it is started. And now if we just refresh it, so see, 4 is the maximum session that it can open, and these are the instances of these browsers that are. So currently we have all these browsers available. Now let's say if I run this thing again, if I do execute this again, see, all these 10 Firefox and Chrome has been started executing. And if you take a look over here, you can see at a time it can only support 4 requests, right? So first 4 has been occupied by this 3 Firefox and IE. So when I refresh it, you can see total 7. We have 11 set of data. Total 7 requests are waiting. And okay, it will not be cleared because we haven't specified, we haven't cleared our session, we haven't given driver.quit over here, so it will remain open forever. So what I'll do, I'll give this over here, I'll stop and conduct the test again, and here I'll just start my hub again and then start my node again. Now refresh it, all the browsers are again available. Now if I run this again, see these Firefox, all the 11 items has been started, and if we take a look over here, see at a time 4 are here, right? As soon as one is closed, the another one will pop up. See, the requests are decreasing now. As soon as one is closed, the other one will take its position. See, right now IE is running and 3 Firefox are running, and as soon as the slot is free, See, only one is waiting. So the I1 is waiting. Right now 3 are running, and still 3 are running. Now 2 are running. Now only I is running, and now IE is also free, right? So this is the magic of grid that you can use, and you can implement any scenario based on your data that you have. You can execute it on multiple browsers parallelly or sequentially as per the requirements. You can do it, right? So far that we have seen, if you take a look at the PPT, so far we have seen how a hub can be configured, and how a node can be configured, and how we can execute multiple test case on a same node but on different browsers. And on this node, on node 1, we have executed different browsers, i.e. Firefox and Chrome, and we have done a parallel execution as well as we have done a sequential execution, right? So this thing we have seen it on node 1. Let's say node 1, we can talk about, we can say node 1 as machine 1, right? Hub is on one machine and node 1 is on another machine. So on one machine we have executed our test parallelly on different browsers, right? And also, if you have seen over here in the hub, that it is not opening more than 4 browsers at the same time, right? Because this is what we have configured inside the node. We have given the parameter over here that execute the maximum sessions should be 4 at a time, right? So at this parameter we have defined it, max session as 4, right? Now so far we have used one hub and one node only, right? Now what if I want to use more than one node? I want to use use 3 nodes or 2 nodes, and I want that on each node. I mean, like on this node, I should open on this node, Firefox should open on this node, Chrome should open, right? Like on these 3 machines, on 3 machines, different browsers should open, and my code should execute parallelly on all 3 machines on different browsers. So how I can do that? Like I have started this node, I need to start another node as well, but the port number should be changed. So if I go to command prompt, and I'll execute the same command again. I'll execute this command. I'll first paste it on notepad and first remove all the spaces and whatever we have over here, so that it should not error out. And okay, and I should run it on some different port this time. So this time I will be running it on the port, let's say 6666, right? And I'll copy it, and to the command prompt I'll just paste it. Okay, again I think there is error, and the error is there are some spaces over here which I need to remove. With this I have removed, and with this as well I need to remove. I'll copy it, then I'll paste it again here. Again there is an error, and the error is with the browser name. Let me fix this error. Okay, all right. Copy it, and then I'll paste it here. Oh, okay, we have started it on the another jar, that is 2.8. So I'll change this jar file as well to 2.8. Press enter, and it is saying that this is not accessible. And why is it not accessible? Let's see what mistake that I'm doing over here. And I'll first stop the hub and then stop the node. Now I'll again start it, then again start this node, and now let's try starting the another node. Okay, I'm really sorry about it. I just didn't mention the jar file address. Need to go to the location where I have kept the jar file. So I'll now say this and press enter, and my new hub is a new node is registered over here. Now if I refresh it, you can see I have 2 nodes available over here, right? And same way I can run one more node over here, and let's say I'll again open the command prompt, and let's say cd softwares, then jars, right? And here I can open another node. I'll again pass on the same command, but this time I'll change the port to 7777, right? So this will be my third machine, and I'll paste it here. Again same error. Okay, over here I'll change the port over here to 7777. Copy it, I'll paste it here, and if I refresh my hub, then see right now I have 3 nodes available over here, and all 3 nodes I have 4 sessions that can be executed parallelly, and I have all these browsers available over here, right? Now if I run the same thing, if I run this again, then this will be executed on multiple nodes. Grid will automatically execute this on multiple nodes based on the availability of these nodes. See, on these 4 these 3 these, right? You can see all the nodes now have, all these machines now have all these browsers opening, right? So this grid has done automatically, right? So what if I want that on machine 1, on node 1, I want that Firefox should open, on machine 2 I want that IE should open, and on machine 3 I want that only Chrome should open, right? So what I can do, I can only call the browser Firefox with the node 1, IE with the node 2, and Chrome with the node 3. So let it execute completely, then we can stop it and perform the rest of the execution. Okay, and only one Firefox is remaining on node 2. So let it be executed completely. Test still running. Alright, all the execution has been completed. So now on these three nodes I want different browsers to be open. So what I can do, let's say on what I'll do, I need to make some changes to the code as well. So here I will only be calling one Firefox, and on second I'll call Chrome, and on third I call iExplorer, right? And I'll delete rest of them. And now what I can do, with these nodes I will have one node running only on Firefox, right? So one will have only one instance of Firefox, so I'll remove the rest Chrome and other instance from here. So I'll remove the Chrome and rest instance of Firefox, and I'll still say max instance as 1, right? Max instances equal to 1, and press enter. So on this I have just started with Firefox, and the max instance is 1 for Firefox, right? And same way on node 2 and 3, on node 2 on machine 2, I'll be opening, let's say if I open Chrome over here, I'll say max instance 1, max session 1, and it should open the browser as Chrome. And let me delete all the other browsers and just open Chrome on the second node. And then on the third node I want only I should open, and max session 1, and just remove this, and then IE, and then remove this, and this should be opening on IE, right? So now I have three machines running, one with Chrome, one with Firefox, and one with IE, right? Now if I execute this code now, then I'll run it, and if you take a look over here, then you can see all these three machines are occupied with their browsers, and the code is running simultaneously, parallelly on all these three different machines, right? So this is what the magic of Grid is, right? You can execute your code parallelly on same machine on different browsers, or you can have different machines running different browsers, and you can execute your code parallelly on same machines which are running different browsers, right? So let's say what we have seen now. Let's say if I open this, then I have this one hub, and then I have these three machines running over here. So these three machines were connected to this hub from different ports that I have specified, and on this machine I have opened IE, on this machine I have opened Firefox, on this machine I have opened Chrome, and whatever my test was, that was executed parallelly on all these three machines at the same time. Alright.